I am convinced that all of you have been victims on more than one occasion of a cat lick. And surely you are also wondering or have wondered, why the hell do they have such a rough tongue that they run it over you and it seems to be like a bit of esparto grass? Well, in this video I am going to explain you why and what functions are associated with having this type of tongue, which makes the cat a unique animal because it is not a common tongue. Okay? Well, I'm not going to bother you anymore, and I'll tell you about it. Look, the cat's tongue, as you know, is very rough, it is very scratchy, basically because the taste buds, many of them, about 300, are coated with keratin. Keratin is what, for example, we have in our fingernails. It is the same material. The material of the nails and the material of the cat's taste buds is the same. In fact, if you look at it under the microscope, it's kind of like a canaliculus shape, and it ends up in kind of a spoon-like shape. This has a lot of uses. It is not there for decoration, nor is it a curiosity that serves no purpose. First of all, for example, it is useful in food and drink. Why? Because it serves, for example, to collect more food. In addition, unlike the dog, which has a tongue that turns it almost into a ladle, the cat does not have that capacity, but thanks to the shape of the papillae, thanks to that shape and the surface tension of the water, it can drink better. The cat helps him drink. He sticks his tongue in, tries to pick it up, and thanks to the shape of the papillae, he drinks better. But all this being very important, the papillae of the cat's tongue, these rough papillae, basically have 2 or 3 other functions. The first one is logically to groom the fur. You know that the cat's fur, because in many breeds of cats, they have to falls out a lot, and it's an annoying sensation that is good to remove it. And let's say that this would act as a brush. There are breeds of cats that hardly lose hair. Here I leave you a video explaining. I think there are 10 breeds of cats that do not lose hair, but the vast majority do, and that's why they lick themselves too, to remove this dead or excess fur, which is not good for their health. Although it is also true that in this effect of removing the hair, hair balls are formed, which when swallowed can cause intestinal obstructions. Nothing is perfect. But while this function of, let's say, self-brushing is important, the tongue also has another very important function. The tongue serves to deposit droplets of saliva right at the base of the cat's fur. Cats do not sweat. They do not sweat practically nothing except for the plantar pads, and they are very hot, and this licking causes the saliva to be deposited just in those points. And finally, a very important function that has the tongue of the cat, and that often goes unnoticed, is that the tongue is used to relax, to self-massage. When the scratchy tongue, that rough tongue, passes over the cat's tongue, hormones, endorphins, are released in the cat's organism, which relax it. The cat is an animal with a tendency to have problems of depression and anxiety, and the animal tries, with that licking, to lower or reduce that degree of tension. In the same way, if you see that the animal licks, and licks, do not think that it is super neat. It is more likely, much more likely, that it has an anxiety problem, okay? Well, nothing else. Thank you very much and see you in the next one. Take care of yourselves. Bye.